And we're live. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Story Time. I'm your host, Miss Mallory. This is Junior. Can I have kisses, Junior? Thanks. What a good boy. So this is Junior. He is my prehensile tail skink. And I also wanted to show you guys. Look at this shirt. It says, I axolotl questions. If you don't know what an axolotl is, it's a type of salamander that never fully metamorphosizes into an actual salamander. It stays in its kind of baby form. But anyways, so this is Junior. If you have never been part of Storytime or have never met Junior, he is a prehensile tail skink, also known as a monkey tail skink. And monkey tails are from the islands of Solomon Islands, I should say. He was born in captivity. In fact, he is almost 6 years old. He loves his veggies. He is a herbivore, and he mainly eats different types of leaves, especially from pothos, mulberry leaves. He likes romaine lettuce and all sorts of different types of squash and sweet potato. But what's really neat about this species is their tail. Let me see if I'm going to keep him occupied by eating, and then I'm going to show you guys how cool his tail is. So he has a tail that is called prehensile. There we go. And he has muscles that allow it to wrap around branches and my arm for stabilization. And that helps him climb up on the trees and go from branch to branch without falling off. It kind of acts like an extra hand. But what's really neat about this species is that they give live birth. So most reptiles lay eggs, but this species actually has a placenta, just like a human does, and nourishes the baby inside its body. And when it's ready to finally come out after about 9 to 10 months, then a fully formed baby comes out. I'm really happy to have you guys tonight. We are reading Zebra Family. So let's begin. And if you're jumping on, please let me know who you are and where you're from. I always love to learn more about people who are joining us for story time. Are you good to go? You ready? So The Zebra Family by Jane Goodall. He's very lazy sometimes. You got to find your own food, bud. The zebra foal is named Zorro. He is only a few weeks old. His mother, Sarah, is one of the 5 mares who run with a stallion named Nelson. There are 3 yearlings in this family group, too. They are last year's foals. One of these is Zorro's older sister. Look how cute. Now, if you know anything about zebras, you know that each one has its own kind of unique stripe pattern. So that's how researchers can tell each one apart. The family moves on and Sarah follows behind Zorro. When they come to a dusty place, Zorro's mother rolls like a horse. Look at her getting all dusty. And also, too, if you guys are on, if you can share what your favorite animal is, that's always super fun, too. My favorite animals are hagfish, which are these really primitive fish that live at the bottom of the ocean. They're kind of scary looking, but they're really cool. And I love eels as well. And, of course, leeches. Suddenly, a pack of wild dogs approaches. The zebras stand and watch until the dogs get quite close. Then, when one of the hunters darts towards Nelson, the zebras start to run. Nelson leads his family in a fast gallop across the plains. Wild dogs don't hunt zebras very often. They prefer smaller animals. Zebra stallions are very brave. They often attack wild dogs or hyenas who get too close. So zebras are pretty crazy because they have really powerful kicks. That's how they're able to defend themselves and their group, their herd. When the family stops to graze, Zorro suckles. He butts his mother's flank with his head, trying to make the milk flow more quickly. Then, as she keeps guard, he stretches out flat on his side and sleeps. Oh, look how precious. After grazing for about an hour or so, the stallion, who has never strayed far from the sleeping foal, moves on. Zora wakes up and follows. The 3 yearlings in the family begin to play, galloping and kicking up their heels as they chase one another. Zora watches, but he is not old enough to join just yet. So those really powerful kicks. As they travel on, the grass gets shorter. They are crossing a wide open plain. There are many Thompson gazelles feeding there, and some of the taller Grant's gazelles. We pass other animals too, a flock of ostriches, a troop of baboons, and one huge black rhino with her calf. Later in the afternoon, we join many more zebras around a water hole. One group is only males. They are zebras who have left their family groups and are waiting to get mares on their own. Look at all those zebras. How cool. You got a mouthful, bud. Let's do little bites. One of the young males trots towards Zorro's family. He rubs up against Nelson's 4-year-old daughter, but Nelson charges him. The young male quickly gives up and canters away. Nelson will keep the female with him a while longer, but soon he'll lose her to another stallion. She is almost ready to start a family of her own. Look at him chase away. So what's really sad with zebras and also lions and other animals that live in groups is that the male, if a new male comes into a family and the babies are not his, then he will actually try to kill the babies because he only wants his genes to live on. So that's why a male is going to try really, really hard to protect his herd. Near the end of the afternoon, the zebras move towards a river. They know lions sometimes hide near the water. After every few steps, they stop to listen and sniff the air. At last, they start to drink, but suddenly something startles them. They race through the shallow water and away to safety. Look at that little baby trying. But what lurks in the water that they should be afraid of? Crocodiles. When they reach the open plains again, the zebras calm down. It's cool now, and Zorro kicks up his heels for joy. Later, the zebras will gather together in a big camp again. This is safer. Then there are more eyes and ears and noses to sense the presence of lions or hyenas or wild dogs. See the little baby, super happy. Starting to calm down. By this time, the sun is setting. Soon it will be dark. Zorro will be all right. Sarah, his mother, is experienced and alert. Nelson, his father, is very brave. And all the other members of the family will be there to protect him during the dark African night. The end. Wow. Now, it's really neat if you ever look at herd animals, so gazelle or zebras, or if you ever go to the zoo and you watch them lay down, you'll notice that they're all kind of laying in a different direction. Well, one will lay like this, the other one will lay like this, one will be like this, one back here and here. The reason why they do that is they're basically creating an entire force field of eyes. So if every member is facing a different direction, then they have eyes looking all around them at all times. Well, thank you guys for joining me. I do want to mention tomorrow on nature class, we're talking about carnivorous plants, and I also got a package from Skulls Unlimited. It is a skull that I've been wanting for so very long. I promise you, when you look at this thing, you will never guess what it is. It looks like an alien. And that will be tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time or 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So really excited about the unpacking of the Skulls Unlimited box. Well, that's it, everyone. Thank you for joining me. If you have any questions about zebras or about Junior here or anything else, please let me know. I'll probably stay on for a little bit longer. But also, I wanted to share with you on Instagram Live, I will be probably about 20 minutes. I will be interviewing one of my mentors. His name is Rick Schwartz. He is the spokesperson for the San Diego Zoo and also has many other really cool things that he does. He's a teacher at a school, Moorpark Zoo, I think it's called, where they're teaching how to do animal caretakers and presentations. So if you have any questions, I would love to ask him. I will be flooding him with questions as well. And that will be on my Instagram Live account. So that is all. Thank you guys very, very much. And hopefully I will see you tomorrow for nature class. Have a great night. Bye.